Number 15. A kingdom that never colonized while European powers carved up Southeast Asia like a dinner feast. One kingdom stood untouched. Thailand, then known as Siam, pulled off something extraordinary. It remained the only nation in the region never to fall under colonial rule. When the French controlled Indochina and the British dominated Burma and Malaysia, Thai monarchs played a masterful game of diplomatic chess. King Mongkut and his son Chulalongkorn didn't just resist, they adapted. They modernized their military, adopted Western technology, and even ceded some border territories as strategic sacrifices. Think of it as paying protection money to keep the core kingdom intact. This wasn't weakness. It was genius-level survival. The result? While neighboring countries had their cultures reshaped by foreign rulers, Thailand preserved its soul. Buddhist temples remained untouched by missionary zeal. The monarchy kept its divine status. The Thai language never competed with imposed European tongues for dominance in schools and government. Today, this independence echoes everywhere. Royal palaces blend European architecture with distinctly Thai elements, not because colonizers demanded it, but because Thai kings chose it. The national pride runs deeper than tourism slogans suggest. It's the pride of a people who bent but never broke. But here's where that fierce independence takes a sharp turn. The same reverence for monarchy that helped Thailand survive colonization now enforces some of the world's strictest laws about what you can and cannot say. Number 14. The law you can't joke about in Thailand. There's one topic that's completely off limits for humor, criticism, or even casual questioning: the monarchy. The country's lèse-majesté laws don't just protect the royal family, they turn any perceived slight into a criminal offense, punishable by up to 15 years in prison. This isn't just a rule for locals. Foreign tourists have learned this lesson the hard way. Step on Thai currency because it bears the king's image? That's disrespect. Share a satirical meme about royalty on social media? Prison time. Make an offhand joke at a bar? You might find yourself in handcuffs. The law is so broad that even academic discussions about monarchy can cross dangerous lines. Thai citizens speak in coded language when politics comes up, and conversations suddenly go quiet when certain topics arise. International headlines occasionally feature shocked tourists who discovered that free speech has very expensive consequences in the land of smiles. To understand this law, you need to grasp how deeply monarchy is woven into Thai identity. It's not just political, it's spiritual, cultural, and emotional. For many Thais, questioning the king feels like questioning their national soul. Yet while the monarchy remains untouchable in conversation, daily life in Thailand follows countless other unspoken rules. Some are equally serious, others charmingly practical. Take something as simple as entering someone's home, get this wrong, and you'll immediately mark yourself as clueless. Number 13. Never wear shoes indoors. Step into any Thai home wearing shoes, and you might as well announce that you have no idea how civilization works. This isn't just about keeping floors clean, it's a spiritual practice rooted in Buddhist beliefs about purity and respect. In Buddhist cosmology, feet are the lowest, dirtiest part of the body because they touch the ground. Shoes carry all that spiritual and physical filth. Meanwhile, the head represents the highest, most sacred part. This creates an invisible hierarchy that governs Thai social interaction in ways that constantly surprise foreigners. Walk through any Thai neighborhood and you'll see the evidence. Mountains of sandals, sneakers, and flip-flops piled outside doorways. Temples, traditional restaurants, massage parlors, school shoes stay outside. Some upscale malls even provide shoe storage systems because the custom runs so deep. The foot-head hierarchy extends beyond footwear. Pointing your feet at someone is insulting. Touching someone's head, even playfully, crosses a major boundary. Stepping over someone who's sitting on the floor? Absolutely not. Tourists often fumble through these rules, awkwardly hopping on one foot while wrestling with stubborn shoelaces. But Thais have perfected the art of slip-on everything shoes, sandals, even boots designed for quick removal. This respect for spiritual cleanliness connects to a deeper truth about Thai culture. nothing is just practical. Everything carries meaning, even the animals that share their world. Number 12, cats that bring fortune. Thailand gave the world one of its most recognizable cat breeds. But the Siamese cat's origin story goes far beyond pet shows and royal breeding programs. These elegant felines were once sacred companions, believed to carry the souls of deceased royalty and bring supernatural protection to their households. Traditional Thai manuscripts describe elaborate ceremonies where gifting a Siamese cat represented the highest honor. The cats weren't just pets, they were spiritual guardians, their distinctive blue eyes supposedly able to see into other realms. Royal families treasured them so highly that stealing one was considered an act against the crown itself. Even today, cats hold mystical significance in Thai culture. In rural areas, communities still practice rain-calling ceremonies where a cat is paraded through villages during droughts. The belief? Cats can communicate with weather spirits and encourage rainfall for crops. Thai temples often house dozens of cats, fed by devoted worshippers who believe caring for them generates merit. You'll find cat statues tucked in the shrine corners and amulets featuring felines sold at markets across the country. But if cats earn royal status through spiritual powers, another animal became Thailand's ultimate national symbol, one whose cultural importance is protected by laws as strict as those guarding the monarchy itself. Number 11. Elephants with royal status. In Thailand, killing an elephant carries the same legal penalty as killing a human being. This is an animal rights activism. It's cultural preservation of a living national symbol that has shaped Thai identity for over 1,000 years. White elephants hold the most sacred status. According to tradition, the number of white elephants a king possesses directly reflects his legitimacy to rule. These rare, pale-skinned giants aren't just royal pets. They're divine endorsements of political power. When a white elephant is discovered, it becomes property of the crown, complete with royal ceremonies and lifetime care at state expense. Historically, elephants were Thailand's tanks, carrying warriors into battle and determining the outcome of wars. The famous Battle of Nang Sarai saw King Naresuan fight the Burmese crown prince in single combat atop war elephants, a scene that remains central to Thai national mythology. Today's elephants face different battles. Tourism creates demand for elephant rides and shows, while conservation efforts push for sanctuary-style experiences. The tension is real. These magnificent creatures are simultaneously protected cultural treasures and tourism commodities. Walk through any Thai city and you'll see elephant imagery everywhere on temples, money, government seals, and tourist souvenirs. They represent wisdom, strength, and royal power rolled into one massive, never-forgotten symbol. But while elephants embody Thailand's majestic traditions, when darkness falls, the country reveals an entirely different kind of power. Number 10. Bangkok's electric nightlife. When Bangkok's sun disappears, the city doesn't sleep, it transforms into something electric. Neon lights flicker to life, transforming ordinary streets into pulsing arteries of music, food, and human energy that draws millions of visitors into Thailand's after-dark playground. Khao San Road becomes a river of backpackers, street vendors, and tuk-tuk drivers navigating organized chaos. Night markets spread across entire city blocks, offering everything from $1 pad thai to knockoff designer bags and traditional massage services. The contrast is striking. Families shop for dinner ingredients while tourists hunt for adventure just meters away. Then there are the districts that make Bangkok internationally notorious. SOI, Cowboy, and Patpong aren't just tourist attractions, they're complex ecosystems where entertainment, economics, and cultural boundaries blur in ways that fascinate and disturb visitors in equal measure. What surprises many foreigners is how these worlds coexist. A traditional Buddhist shrine might sit directly across from a go-go bar, both functioning as normal parts of the urban landscape. Monks collecting morning alms walk the same streets where neon advertises adult entertainment. Thai nightlife operates on unspoken rules that locals navigate instinctively, but foreigners often miss. Respect remains paramount even in the most chaotic environments. Cross certain lines and the famous Thai smile can disappear quickly. But Bangkok's neon nights are just one way Thailand lights up. The country's festivals create illumination on an entirely different scale. Number 9. Festivals of Fire and Water. Thailand doesn't just celebrate festivals, it unleashes them like natural forces. Songkran transforms the entire country into the world's largest water fight, where everyone from police officers to Buddhist monks becomes fair game for soaking. For 3 days in April, normal social rules dissolve into aquatic anarchy. Streets become battlefields where water guns and ice-cold buckets create temporary truces between strangers. The chaos has spiritual purpose. Water washes away bad luck and misfortune from the previous year. Getting drenched isn't just fun, it's a blessing. Lloyd Crathorne creates the opposite spectacle. Instead of water fights, Thais craft small boats from banana leaves, load them with flowers, incense, and candles, then release them onto rivers and lakes. Simultaneously, thousands of paper lanterns drift into the night sky like fallen stars returning home. The sight stops traffic. Entire cities pause to watch the glowing flotillas disappear downstream while lanterns create temporary constellations overhead. For visitors, it's pure magic. For Thais, it's a conversation with water spirits and a way to carry away troubles. Rural festivals get even wilder. The Rocket Festival in northeastern Thailand features homemade rockets launched skyward to encourage rainfall. Some explode spectacularly, others barely leave the ground, but the party continues regardless. These celebrations reveal Thailand's relationship with nature, spirituality, and community. But they also represent something more complicated: cultural treasures that have become tourist magnets, creating both pride and pressure. Number 8. Tourism. A blessing and a curse. Thailand attracts over 40 million visitors. Annually, roughly half the country's entire population arriving as guests every single year. This makes tourism both the nation's economic lifeline and its greatest cultural challenge. The numbers are staggering. Tourism contributes roughly 20% of Thailand's GDP, employing millions from Bangkok hotel workers to rural elephant sanctuary guides. Entire communities depend on foreign visitors for survival. When the pandemic shut down international travel, Thai tourism workers face unemployment on a devastating scale. But success creates problems. Popular destinations like Maya Bay featured in the beach had to close completely to recover from tourist damage. Coral reefs bleached from snorkeling crowds, beaches buckled under foot traffic, and local infrastructure couldn't handle the crush. Cultural friction is constant. What tourists see is harmless fun wearing bikinis in temples, taking selfies during religious ceremonies. Haggling aggressively often crosses lines that Thais are too polite to explicitly draw. The economic dependency is almost complete. Islands that once survived on fishing now rely entirely on tourist boats. Villages that practice traditional crafts now mass-produce souvenirs. Ancient festivals adapt their timing to peak tourist seasons. Thailand walks a tightrope between preserving authentic culture and feeding an economy built on selling that culture to outsiders. The balance gets more precarious every year. Yet through all these changes, one constant remains: the food culture that has become Thailand's most successful cultural export. Number 7. Street food capital of the world. Bangkok streets operate as the world's largest outdoor restaurant, where million-dollar hotels coexist with plastic stools serving meals that cost less than a cup of coffee back home. This isn't just cheap eating, it's a culinary philosophy that turned accessibility into art. Thai street food follows scientific principles disguised as casual cooking. Every dish balances sweet, sour, salty, and spicy elements with precision that would impress chemistry professors. Pad Thai gets its complexity from tamarind paste providing sourness, palm sugar adding sweetness, fish sauce delivering salt, and chilies bringing heat. The variety staggers first-time visitors. Grilled insects provide adventurous protein. Samtam, a papaya salad, offers refreshing vegetables pounded to perfection. And mango sticky rice serves as both dessert and comfort food. Everything costs pennies, yet the flavors rival expensive restaurants worldwide. Street vendors become neighborhood celebrities. J5, a Bangkok street cook, earned a Michelin star while continuing to serve customers from her roadside stall. Her secret? Treating every order like it's for royalty, even when served on plastic plates. Food also carries spiritual weight. Sticking chopsticks upright in rice mimics funeral offerings, a major taboo. Leaving food on your plate suggests the cook failed to satisfy you. Sharing dishes demonstrates community and care. These streets feed millions daily, creating a dining culture where class boundaries dissolve over shared meals. But Thailand's relationship with indulgence extends beyond food and the beverages that reveal the country's contradictory attitudes toward pleasure and control. Number 6. Whiskey buckets and drinking laws. Thai beach parties introduced the world to whiskey buckets, literal sand pails filled with local whiskey, mixers, and energy drinks, served with multiple straws for communal consumption. It sounds like chaos, and often it is, but these buckets represent Thailand's approach to alcohol. Generous, social, and surprisingly regulated. Thailand's drinking laws reveal the nation's dual personality. Alcohol sales are banned during religious holidays, election days, and specific hours each day. You can't buy liquor at 7-Eleven during restricted times, but that same evening, beach bars serve buckets to crowds of tourists without issue. Local brands dominate the market. Sangsam rum and Chan beer are ubiquitous, while imported spirits carry heavy taxes that make them luxury items. This creates a drinking culture that's distinctly Thai, mixing locally produced alcohol with creative cocktails that cost a fraction of Western prices. The contradictions multiply everywhere. Alcohol is technically banned in public parks and temples, yet enforcement varies wildly. Village festivals feature community drinking that's considered culturally appropriate, while similar behavior in other contexts could cause problems. Full moon parties epitomize Thailand's alcohol culture. Thousands of people drinking buckets on beaches while authorities mostly look the other way. It's tolerance with boundaries that foreigners rarely fully understand. But while Thailand indulges in nighttime revelry, every dawn brings a completely different ritual that reveals the country's spiritual core. Number 5. Monks and morning rituals. Every sunrise in Thailand triggers a centuries-old ceremony that transforms ordinary streets into sacred pathways. Saffron-robed monks emerge from temples, walking silently in single file while locals kneel to offer food, earning spiritual merit that influences their future lives. This daily ritual, called takbat, operates on principles most tourists don't fully grasp. The monks aren't begging, they're providing opportunities for spiritual advancement. Each donation generates merit for the giver, creating a religious economy based on generosity rather than payment. The rules are strict and meaningful. Women cannot physically touch monks or hand items directly to them. Photographs should be discreet and respectful. The food offered must be appropriate, usually rice, fruit, or simple dishes that monks can consume before noon, their final meal of the day. Buddhism shapes Thailand so completely that nearly 95% of the population identifies with the faith. Yet Thai Buddhism uniquely blends traditional teachings with animist beliefs and Brahmanic rituals inherited from the country's Hindu past. Watch the morning ritual and you're seeing Thailand's soul: discipline, community-focused, and deeply spiritual. The sight of orange-robed figures moving through modern cityscapes creates a bridge between ancient traditions and contemporary life. Yet Buddhism also reinforces social structures, including complex gender roles that create both opportunities and restrictions for Thai women. Number 4. Women, power, and taboos. Thai women occupy a fascinating position. They dominate household finances, run countless small businesses, and actively participate in politics, yet face religious restrictions that bar them from full ordination as Buddhist monks and prohibit them from touching monks or entering certain sacred temple areas. Walk through any Thai market, and you'll see female vendors outnumbering men, managing money, negotiating deals, and making family financial decisions. Thai culture traditionally views women as more responsible with money and better at practical business matters. Yet religious boundaries remain firm. Women must maintain physical distance from monks, cannot become fully ordained in mainstream Thai Buddhism, and are excluded from certain temple ceremonies. These aren't signs of inequality, they're considered separate forms of spiritual respect. The contradictions extend into modern life. Thailand has elected female prime ministers and produces internationally successful female entrepreneurs, yet traditional expectations about femininity and family roles persist alongside professional achievements. Foreign perceptions often focus on Thailand's nightlife industries, but this represents a tiny fraction of Thai women's experiences. Most navigate between traditional respect, religious devotion, professional ambition, and family responsibility in ways that create unique definitions of female power. These social complexities are matched by geographical extremes that make Thailand both paradise and peril. Number 3. The world's scariest beaches. Thailand's beaches appear in countless world's most beautiful lists, but beneath the postcard perfection lurk dangers that can turn paradise deadly. Rip currents, venomous sea creatures, and tsunami threats create risks that most tourists blissfully ignore while chasing perfect sunset photos. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami remains Thailand's most haunting beach memory. Phuket and Khao Lak bore the brunt of waves that killed over 5,000 people and changed coastal geography forever. Memorial sites still mark where entire communities disappeared in minutes. Even on calm days, beaches present hidden dangers. Box jellyfish stings can cause excruciating pain, rip currents sweep swimmers into deep water, and strong undertows catch people off guard. Warning flags flutter regularly, but many tourists treat them as suggestions rather than serious safety measures. Nai Yang Beach near Phuket Airport offers a uniquely Thai hazard. Commercial jets roar overhead so low that jet blasts can knock people down. Signs warn of injury or death from aircraft exhaust, yet tourists continue gathering for dramatic photos as planes skim just meters above the sand. These risks haven't deterred tourism. If anything, they add to Thailand's allure as a place where beauty and danger dance together. Thai fishing communities have always lived with the sea's dual nature, respecting both its bounty and its power. Speaking of aviation dangers, Thailand's airports present their own white-knuckle experiences. Number 2. A runway too close for comfort. Phuket International Airport regularly appears on world's most dangerous airports lists, and one look at its runway explains why. The landing strip sits mere meters from the Andaman Sea and a popular beach, creating an approach that tests even experienced pilots' skills. Crosswinds whip across the runway without warning. Monsoon rains reduce visibility to near zero, and the short runway leaves little room for error. Pilots must commit to steep, precise descents while battling unpredictable weather conditions that can change within minutes. For aviation enthusiasts, Phuket offers front-row seats to high-stakes landings. Tourists gather on Nai Yang Beach to photograph commercial jets thundering overhead so low they seem touchable. The spectacle is breathtaking and legitimately dangerous. Warning signs posted around the airport perimeter aren't suggestions. Jet blasts from departing aircraft have knocked people down, and the noise can cause hearing damage. Yet the perfect Instagram shot continues drawing thrill-seekers who ignore safety warnings. The airport handles millions of passengers annually, serving as Thailand's gateway to southern beaches and islands. Its reputation for difficult landings adds an extra layer of excitement to trips already filled with adventure. This combination of beauty and peril, convenience and danger, perfectly captures Thailand's essential character, a country where contradictions don't create conflict, but rather define national identity. Number 1. Thailand, a land of contradictions. After counting down through Thailand's most surprising facts, we arrive at the ultimate truth. This country's greatest strength lies in refusing to be easily defined. Thailand is simultaneously ancient and ultra-modern, deeply spiritual yet openly indulgent, fiercely traditional while embracing global influences. Buddhist temples stand beside neon nightclub districts. Monks collecting dawn alms walk streets that transform into party zones after dark. Royal reverence coexists with political complexity. Sacred elephants share space with tourist entertainment. Street food culture serves both survival and celebration. These aren't cultural problems to be solved. They're the source of Thailand's magnetic appeal. The country survived colonization by embracing change while protecting core values. It welcomes 40 million tourists annually while maintaining distinct national identity. It balances reverence with rebellion, restriction with indulgence. Visitors arrive expecting tropical beaches and cheap massages, but discover a civilization that has mastered the art of contradiction. Thailand doesn't fit Western categories of East versus West, traditional versus modern, sacred versus secular. Instead, it creates something entirely its own. This harmony of opposites explains why Thailand remains one of the world's most captivating destinations. It's not just the food festivals or beaches, it's the realization that a culture can embrace contradictions and become stronger, not weaker because of them. Thailand teaches us that identity doesn't require consistency. Sometimes the most beautiful truths emerge from the spaces between opposites, in the land of smiles where nothing is ever quite what it seems.